All right, on to the mailbag, one of our favorite sections here at the Ultimate Guitar Show. And this email came to me this week from Monkey Face. And Monkey Face was an old regular on the Guitar Mania show, so it's good to see you out there in Cyberland, Monkey Face. And Monkey Face wants to know all about detuning and what it means exactly. So there's two types of detuning. There's DE tuning, which is basically where you can detune your guitar. And what that means is you can tune it to whatever you want, really. You're just changing it from natural tuning, the regular tuning of E, A, D, G, B, E. You could tune, your sixth string down to a C if you wanted to, and everything in relation to that. Basically, you can detune and do any tuning you want. But most commonly is drop D tuning, and we're talking about the letter D. And that's where we take our sixth string and we tune it from an E, which is standard tuning, down to a D. For example, that's E. There we're an E. Now our D is going to be a whole step lower than our E, right? So the way I typically will do that is I'll just tune, I know my fourth string open is a D, so I'll just tune my sixth string to that an octave below. Slowly bring it back until they sound the same. Now, basically I'm making my sixth string a D, all the other strings are staying the same. Now the reason people use the drop D tuning is one, it sounds heavier, it's lower. Another reason is because it makes power chords really simple. Basically, when you drop the sixth string down to a D, you're now playing an open power chord. You can hit the bottom three strings, I mean the bottom lowest three notes, 6, 5, and 4, becomes an open power chord. Okay? If that's true, that also means we can just simply bar the same three strings out of the fret, and that's going to be a power chord, right? So you'll see stuff like... faster power chords. And you get some burning harmonics out of it. So the drop D basically turn your sixth string into a D. Now most tuners will accommodate this if you have a chromatic tuner. You just simply hit the sixth string and it's going to light up and say E. We'll slowly go lower. Ultimately, on most guitars, you're going to find it's maybe a half a full turn is what's going to get you there. But do it slow. Don't base it on that. But if you're turning it like 2 or 3 times around, you're going to have a problem. But just kind of go slower until you'll see the needle go back, and then it'll go to D sharp. You'll see a little D light up, but probably a little sharp sign. And then keep going until the sharp sign disappears and the D's locked on. When you've done that, you're a whole step down, and then you'll have that open power chord. Now, the problem with this, if you have a tremolo system on your guitar, what you're going to find is as you loosen your sixth string, it takes pressure off the bridge. As the bridge sinks down a little bit, it tightens all the other strings. So drop D is not really recommended if you've got an Ibanez with a floating tremolo system or a Jackson with a floating tremolo, unless you know what you're doing. Typically, when I would do it on an Ibanez, if I was going to do drop D, I would set the guitar up to stay in drop D for like a while. You don't want to just try to go back and forth. It's way too tedious. So, pick yourself up a cheap little guitar. If you don't have one, you can do drop D on anything with a fixed tailpiece. On my Strat here, I actually have the tailpiece fixed right now. It's locked down, so I can turn it back and forth. It doesn't much matter. That's pretty much why I do that. The drop D is a fun tuning to play with, and it's fun because sliding those power chords up. So experiment with your detuning, and then if you come up with your own tuning, and you come up with something that's cool where you actually do the DE tuning, where you just detune your guitar and make up all these different notes. If you come up with some cool ones, submit them on the message board so other people can try them out. I know the one D tuning, the DE tuning I'll give you that I really like a lot is one that I made up. And basically it's a C for the sixth string, and you can try this on a tuner if you got one. It sounds great on an acoustic guitar, by the way. C on the sixth string, G on the fifth, C on the fourth, G on the third, A on the second string, C on the first. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Play around with it, and I think you'll dig that. So that's what the D tuning is, DE, and then the standard drop D tuning is where we take our sixth string, drop it down to a D. You can play with those open power chords. So there's our mailbag.